few years, we've been floating the idea that all foundational Black Americans should get hefty life insurance policies. The theory is that insurance companies would have to lobby the government in support of Black lives because we'd simply become too expensive to murder. I like that idea. It wouldn't solve all of our problems, but it would certainly complicate things for the thugs with badges. But that's not all. There's lots of other ways that life insurance would benefit our community. Just about every white person I know either received or stands to receive some type of inheritance when their parents and grandparents die. Out of all the brothers and sisters I know, I don't recall a single one, including myself, that stands to receive a single dime. Life insurance is another way that white supremacy uses to build wealth, and we can do the same. Now there's three main types of life insurance: term life, whole life, and universal life. We're going to focus on term life and whole life. Universal life insurance is real shitty, and it gets you all wrapped up in nickels and dimes you to death. Term life insurance is the cheapest and the most simple. You can get a 10, 20, or even a 30-year term. Let's say you pick a 20-year term. If you die anytime within that 20 years, as long as you are paying your bill on time, your beneficiary will get whatever you were insured for. It's like renting an apartment. It's yours as long as you pay. This is for young, healthy brothers and sisters who don't have a lot of money but want protection now. Insurance companies make a lot of profit from term insurance because mainly young people buy it. The chances of a young person dying are very slim. The downside to term insurance is that it gets very expensive as you get older. White supremacy is not going to insure you for $300,000 if they know you could die at any moment, so they make it expensive to push old folks out. The next type of insurance I'm going to talk about is whole life. Whole life insurance is the oldest type of life insurance. It came out between 200 and 300 years ago, and the reason it's still around today is because it's actually pretty good. It's fairly simple. If term life is like renting an apartment, then whole life is like buying a house, and it costs a little bit more, but it's worth it. As long as you pay your bill, you're covered, but every time you pay your bill, you're accumulating cash value. Let's say you're insured for $500,000. If when you die, your insurance is in full force, your beneficiary will get $500,000. But if you don't die and you keep on paying in, you can actually take some of that money out. In this video, I simplified to make it easier to understand. Different policies from different companies have different language and criteria in them, but that's the general idea. Below, you'll find links that I feel explain the details more clearly. Watch them when you can. I also put a link in that explains universal life insurance. That's the one that I skipped. I just want you to check out the complexities that make it unattractive. There's also other life insurance options that work with your retirement called annuities, and then there are max-funded insurance contracts. But to mess with those, you need some real bread. Right now, just focus on term insurance and whole life insurance. Learn everything you can about them. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to use life insurance policies against police brutality and how to flip it on their asses.